In this video, we're going to talk about if you have this Ferrari and it's the same as my Ferrari, does that mean that we have the same Ferrari? Or does that mean that we have the same Ferrari? What does that mean? I know it sounds confusing. Stay tuned, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. So imagine that we have two Ferraris, my Ferrari and it's a red Ferrari, let's just say, and your Ferrari and yours is I don't know, yellow, to make them different. So if we say, hey, is my Ferrari the same? This is the equals comparison operator. Is it the same as your Ferrari? Well, let's print that. Let's run it and see what happens. We know that this is false, right? But what happens if we say they have the same value? They have the same value. If they have the same value, it is going to be true. However, what about if I say, is my Ferrari is your Ferrari? What does that mean? Well, this means that it's true because we haven't talked about this yet, at least not in this video, but strings are not mutable. That means that when you create one string, it doesn't go away. It doesn't, you cannot change it. It's not mutable. You can't change it. I know what you're saying. You might be thinking, well, yes, but I can change my Ferrari to something else. Just to give an example, you could say something like this. This is the new Ferrari, and that's not going to create any issues. But yes, you're reassigning this variable to this string, but this string is on the heap, on the memory heap, and it does not change. I will talk about that in a later video, but what I do want to show you is that just because you have equals like this and you have is, they don't mean the same thing. It's let me prove it to you. This is going to be a great opportunity to prove it to you. So if I say something like this, this is a list, and I'm going to just say that this is a red Ferrari, and this is also a list, and I'm going to say that this is a yellow Ferrari. Now let's say that, actually, let's say that they're both red so that they contain the same thing, right? It's the same values, right? It's a list with a red Ferrari, and I'm going to say, is it equals? Well, we know that's true. They contain the same, but do they point to the same object? They do not point to the same object. They are two different objects, and not to get confused, when I had a string, they were equal, but not to get confused with that, think about it this way. We have an object here, and we have another copy of an object here. They're two different objects. So you and I can have the same Ferrari, just like at the beginning of this video. And we can have the same one, but they're different because one belongs to me and the other one belongs to you. So they are going to be different. They're not going to, it's going to be false, right? Just like this. Now, if we do own the same Ferrari, and let's say that you are borrowing my Ferrari for the weekend, and you ask me to use it from Friday to Sunday, and I give you my keys, and you're able to, just take it. Well, this is going to be true. It is the same Ferrari. Your Ferrari, you don't have one. You're using my Ferrari, which is the reference to this Ferrari, which is the red Ferrari. So this is pointing to the same reference, object reference, right? So this, of course, is equal. And by the way, just by definition, if two objects are true when you do the is comparison, by definition, this also must be true, right? Hopefully that makes sense.